All right. Obviously came up on the short end tonight. Give the Chiefs credit, and didn't play the way we needed to. I thought in two of the three phases, defensively first and special teams, and I thought offensively did some really good things. Some plays still left out there, but overall, I saw our offense. I thought they had a productive night overall. Moved the football, possessed the football, which we knew we had to do against Mahomes and the offense. But overall, we didn't do enough defensively to impact the game more than we could have. And I felt overall it started up front. We allowed them to be a two-dimensional offense in the run game in particular, and hit some big runs on us, and that was not like us throughout the other parts of the season. So, but I'm grateful for the fan support this year, for the fans tonight. Obviously not the result we wanted to give everyone, but I'm very grateful for the support all season long.
Sean, what is the challenge of your linebacker unit that you're already scraping and then you lost a couple of?
Well, it was kind of like how it's been most of the year. I mean, the guys were going down early, and then throughout the season, and the guys battled, and just wasn't enough tonight. But in the course of the game, I think Tyrell went down first, and then AJ, and then AJ came back there. So, and Tyrell came back. So it's just what you deal with.
Sean, you come up short in this round for the third straight year. Is the disappointment grow each year, or are you still confident that this team keeps chipping away and making?
Yeah, I'm confident in this team. I'm confident in Josh. We have to continue to grow, and I think a piece of you want to get to a game like this as healthy as you possibly can. That's not the reason why we lost, however. Again, we just didn't do enough defensively or special teams-wise enough to impact the game.
Sean, what went into the decision on the fake punt?
Yeah, I just felt like we were having a hard time stopping them. And they were up 3 at the time, I believe it was, and wanted to be aggressive. You only get one chance, and so I wanted to be aggressive. Obviously, it didn't work, but it's a decision I made, and you live with it. So then we made fortunate enough to make the stop there, which got the ball back for us.
Keeping the offense out for the sake of being aggressive. Why, I guess, choose the special teams option instead of the offense?
Yeah, just, again, hadn't done it. The element of surprise maybe a little bit there, We felt good about the look going into the week. So I understand what you're saying about keeping Josh out there. So it's just where we were on the field in relation to the element of surprise in that situation. Again, obviously we didn't execute. We didn't get it done there, but I'm just going to be aggressive.
You mentioned the struggles on special teams. It came back to cost you in the end. What did you see on that operation on the missed field goal?
It just looked like it got pushed right from the start. I thought a couple of the extra points were going right a little bit also, and that wind blows usually left to right in that part of the stadium there, and that's where the ball went.
Concerned about Tyler's confidence at all, the way that the season has kind of ended for him?
No, and we have full confidence in Tyler. He's kicked well for us over the years. I thought he came out early and was kicking well. The ball was coming off his foot well, and then the ball started to fade a little bit, in some of those extra points, and then the last kick, as you saw.
What went into the decision to have Sam play tonight while he was dealing with that injury?
So we did a workout with Sam. We held through the week there and tried to give him as much time as we could, and then the training staff performed a workout with Sam and deemed him able to kick, and so that's what we went with.
What was the philosophy on that final possession that you had in terms of the clock management and willingness for field goal versus getting aggressive or trying to do the touchdown?
Are you saying leading up to that point or after? Or?
Yeah, leading because you, based on what you were doing, you obviously wanted to work the clock.
Yes.
What the yin and the yang was going for yardage versus working the clock.
Well, we wanted yards. You always want yards and points first, and as many points as you can get. The clock is a secondary thought, but a thought, no doubt. Against a quarterback like Patrick, you want to obviously leave him as minimal time as possible. But the first and most important thing is points.
John, this has been a really good team for a really long time. But to get past this phase of the postseason, to get past the Chiefs, do you think it's going to take some small tweaks here and there, or is there something structural, something bigger that has to change with?
Well, no, I mean we'll look at things like we always do, and we've got to continue to work at it. That's where it starts. Is focus on. Obviously, the season just got over, but we'll turn over every leaf this offseason, and I'm fully confident in this football team, fully confident in our staff, and we're within a whisker of tying that game and maybe even taking the lead there against the defending world champ. So again, we just didn't do enough. Starting with me, just didn't do enough tonight to win this game.
I know, you've been in this spot before. As the defensive coordinator this year, the offense scores 24 points. You mentioned it was tough to get stops in this game. How much responsibility do you feel in this moment, and the defense in general?
100%. That starts with me as the head coach. Number one, just like if the offense had a similar night, if they did, it starts with me, and I take full responsibility. That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. 100% is we didn't do enough to win the game.
What did you see from their defense that allowed them to take Stephon Diggs pretty much out of the game?
They got a good defense. They're well coached. They fly around, and they've got different coverage looks, blitz looks. So they have some players that do some up front with Chris Jones and some of their rushers, and then the back end they've got some athletic guys that move around. And Steph had a couple opportunities, I thought, and so Steph I thought had a good postseason here for us.
Coach, you made some good adjustments in that second half. They was trying to run a lot of corner routes in that first half. What adjustments did you do in the second half that prompted success defensively for you guys?
Well, I just think overall, when we were able to get them into a third down, we were able to win those situations, but we couldn't get them into third down enough. And we finally made a couple stops midway through that fourth quarter there, and but again, not enough. It usually starts up front and at the line of scrimmage, and I didn't think we did enough there. And then because of that, it becomes a two-dimensional game where they're winning too many first downs, staying on schedule, in particular in the run game, and then you're having to defend the run and the pass at the same time, which gets difficult.
You got those looks. How are you dealing with Saran Neal on third down?
Yeah, getting Saran out there helped us, covering Kelsey, and again, I think they were 1 for 5 on third downs, and the challenge was we just couldn't get them into third down enough, and which is surprising. Just the run game overall, I thought was the biggest issue in run fundamentals.
There's a lot of excitement about getting the Chiefs, getting a chance to play the Chiefs here. What's the level of disappointment that didn't go that way?
I'm extremely disappointed. Yeah, I mean, you put so much time into this. You put so much time into a season, let alone this game and the preparation for it, and to come out and to not perform the way I'd hoped we would have. It's extremely disappointing and frustrating, and it's a type of situation in our business where you got to spend the whole off season thinking about it. But it drives you harder, if that's even possible to drive someone harder. It drives you harder to come back next season and continue to work at it. There's only one team at the end of all this that's happy. I can tell you that. I've been to 2 Super Bowls, and there's only one team that's happy. So it's that type of business, and you keep working at it.
You mentioned the fake punt. Part of it was, it was tough to get stops. At what point in this game did you kind of start to maybe waver in your confidence in your defense to get those stops? No, never. Never. They've been battling all season long, through injuries, through adversity, whatever it's been, and they've stepped up. And I'm extremely proud of them for that. Tonight, we didn't do enough, starting with me. And so, I wouldn't trade any one of those guys or tell you that I'm not confident in those guys. I am extremely confident.